Hello, it's Peter. Hope you're keeping well. I carried out a Demaree split on this colony 2 weeks ago. Checked it last week, there were a few queen cells, so I'm going to check it again today. And I'm also going to replace this floorboard. Thanks for viewing, thanks for subscribing. If you've got any comments, please say. As it is at the moment, I've got the bottom brew box, which the queen's in there. I've got 3 supers and got another brew box at the very top. So what I did with the Demaree split last couple of weeks ago is I left the queen in the bottom box with a couple of frames of brood, and the rest was just empty foundation. And the rest of the brood I put up the very top box. And I've got a queen excluder here, another one up the top. And I have a couple of times just opened up the roof just to let a few drones out. Anyway, I'll open up and see how we get on. Yeah, if you haven't seen the underfloor entrance, this is a homemade one. The design is compliments of Laurence at Black Mountain Honey. He's got the details on his website. And so I've got Varroa mesh covering about a third. That's the entrance, and the bees actually get through gap at the top. And the idea of this, it should help repel, make life difficult for the wasps trying to get access to the colony. And this is the brew box at the top. I can see a few drones in there, so they'll be able to fly away now. But that's the top brew box. So if I've got my timings right, all the cells should have hatched out by now. I can see a few drones there. So I'll just take a few of these frames out. Actually, this was actually a super frame that I put in there and actually drawn a lot of wax down. There's no sort of brood there. And we've still got some sealed brood in some of these frames in the top box. So there won't be any queen cells though. And we still have quite a lot of brood in this particular frame. So I did check this colony a week ago and broke down a few queen cells. So I'm not expecting to see any queen cells here today. And again, there's still quite a lot of capped brood in this frame. No queen cells. So just to recap, there's still quite a lot of sealed brood in the top brew box. So I shall replace this back at the top of the box. I can see a few drones running around in here. Obviously I haven't been able to get out of the top box because the queen excluder being in place, but they've got a chance to fly out today. And I'll take off the top queen excluder, just have a look at these supers. There's another super frame here. So they fill up with nectar but not yet capped. So I'll take these other 2 supers off and we'll have a look in the brew box. Well, that's the 3 supers off. They're pretty heavy. They might actually need to put on another super because they're more or less full up with nectar, although they're not yet capped. And this is the brew box with the excluder on. So I'll take the excluder off. I'll do a bit of smoke first. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually replace the floor with the underframe entrance. And that's the underfloor entrance back in place. The bee's going to be a bit confused for a little while. So that's the old floor, which is getting a bit tatty and a bit rotten. It's time that one went. Place the brew box, and I've now placed the brew box back on the underfloor entrance. And on the excluder, I can see a queen cell. And I've taken the dummy board out, which will make life a bit easier. And they've drawn out the foundation on this frame. I'm going to shake the bees just to make sure there are no queen cells on this one. Bit easier to check now, no cells. And the next frame is just bees. They've drawn the wax out beautifully. And I can see the queen here. And some nice sealed brood here. Again, I'll shake this frame just to make sure there are no queen cells on it. No queen cells. And the drone cells here. Something down there looks a bit like a queen cell, so I'll be breaking down anything that looks like it's a set queen cell. I've shaken this frame, and there's quite a big queen cell here. So I'll be taking this one down. And another queen cell. So that one will be going. And this frame is just sealed brood, no queen cells. And there's a nice slab of sealed brood here. So if I hadn't have shaken the bees, I wouldn't have noticed this one here. So that cell's going to go, and that one as well. Sealed brood. I can see lots of eggs in the cells. Well, I've checked all those frames, and I've broken down quite a few queen cells. So I'll put everything back together again. Right, just as a recap, I've replaced the floor with the underfloor entrance. There were quite a few queen cells in the brew box. I've broken those down. I did see the queen and their eggs there, and plenty of sealed and open brood. The 3 supers are more or less full up with nectar, so I think I'm going to need to put another super on top. And the box on the top, there's still some brood waiting to hatch out. So it's a bit chaotic at the moment, but I'm sure they'll suss out this new entrance, and I'll keep you updated. So thanks for viewing, thanks for subscribing. If you've got any comments, give a shout. See you soon. Bye now.